Hi everyone, Mary Ayers here from tapintoaction.com, and I'm going to be talking and we're going to do some tapping on a topic that might surprise you, and yet it might be something that is bothering you but you don't even know it. And what I want to talk about is boredom during this isolation period, which may sound crazy to you because you may think I have too much to do, I have too many people here. I'm certainly not bored, and some people might call it bored, but some people might also call it kind of a bland, a restlessness, a sense of wanting something but not knowing what that might be. And I'm going to tell you that there's a possibility that what you might be suffering from or dealing with is actually our lack of variety. Now, our need for variety is a need. Okay, we have a need for certainty and we have a need for variety. What makes a difference is that some people have a great deal of need and some people have only a little bit of a need for variety. You probably, can start to feel restless if you don't have enough of that. So what am I talking about as far as variety? Variety is just, sometimes it's just getting out. It means doing different things, seeing different environments, hearing different sounds. But here we are, we're in isolation. We don't have a great deal of that. We have our familiar surroundings, day in, day out, somewhat of a routine. Even if you have some small changes in it, what can be getting to you is a lack of variety. I know that one that I'm experiencing is even though I've got plenty of food and I'm not a great cook, but I'm not a bad cook. So I know that one of the things I love is I love to be able to go out for a meal because somebody else is cooking it. Somebody else is putting their spin on it. That's a variety that I look forward to. So how is that showing up for you? It can be being in different atmospheres, being at a sporting events or going dancing or listening to music, going to live music. There's a feeling of that gives us some of this change in texture and atmosphere, different people, different faces. And of course, even if we can see them on Zoom or whatever, it still feels flat. We want some kind of an enrichment. We're looking for something that, quite frankly, might be missing a little bit. So I want you to think about how that affects you. If that sounds true to you, then maybe you haven't thought of it before, but we're going to do some tapping around that, and with the idea that as you start to be able to pin down this kind of restlessness feeling, this yearning for something that you can't really put your finger on, what it will do is it will make you more resourceful. Because once you've identified it, then you can start to look for ways to put that in. How can you get that? What do you need to have happen? Okay? So feel that inside. And again, you might say it's blahs, it might be boredom, it might be kind of listless, it doesn't feel like anything is exciting. How does it show up for you? How do you feel it in your body, in your head, in your thoughts? It can almost be like I'm not even present. How does it show up for you? Give it a number and let's do some tapping on it. Even though maybe I'm bored, maybe I'm restless, I do know I have this feeling. Let's do some tapping. Okay. Karate chop. Even though I've got this stirred up feeling in me that I can't really identify, there's a restlessness about me. And maybe it's boredom, or maybe I'm blah. Somehow I just can't feel satisfied. And I'm going to acknowledge all of these feelings and accept myself no matter what. Even though maybe this is a lack of variety. I do miss so many things. And it shows up in my body as a restlessness, maybe an agitation, a sense of I can't get comfortable, an inner itchiness. And I acknowledge how I feel. And I'm curious about this idea that this could all be a symptom of a lack of variety. Even though I've been isolated for weeks, and there are things to do. Some of them I have to do. Some of them I don't want to do. But it still feels like something's missing. And up till now, I haven't been able to put my finger on it. I've been feeling kind of restless. Something in me hasn't been feeling satisfied. Something feels like it's missing. And I haven't been able to put my finger on it. I miss being able to move around, to see different things, to go to different places, to visit friends, to listen to live music, to hear a lot of chatter and clatter from maybe being at a restaurant. Don't get me wrong, there are moments that I enjoy the peace. But I've also been feeling a restlessness. Maybe it's been a boredom, but it's a yearning for something more. I'm saying it, I want something more. I want to taste different foods, different sounds, different sights, different textures. Maybe it is I do need some variety. I wonder how I can get that. I get right now that I need to stay in. And I get that there are times in my day that I may have things I have to do. And now I know that I need some variety. I wonder how I can get that. I wonder what kind of things would feed that part of me. What would I need to listen to or try out? How can I get some variety? I wonder what surprising ideas are going to come up for me. Maybe it's going to be something very different than I've ever done before. What if that becomes a new habit? Or a new hobby? Maybe I can leave a space to be surprised that it's something I never thought of before. Something I never expected to like. I want to be open to that. I'm ready to be open to that. I'm ready to be surprised about what comes up. Take a breath. Take a breath. How does it feel inside? Did this hit the mark? Did it feel like, oh, now that makes sense. That's what it is. I need something different. I know that I get a lot of my stuff fed outside of the house. I mean, just sometimes walking in a different place can be doing it. Riding in a different, instead of walking, going for a bike ride. Okay? Or roller skating. I mean, think about it. I found things in my garage that I hadn't found, I didn't even know I had. And have been able to kind of explore with that. Okay? What we were looking for is just, once I recognize it, being open after that to a way that I can satisfy it, even though some of the things that I might have been able to do are not accessible to me right now. So let's just stay open. Know that it's a need. Nothing wrong with that. Okay? And just let's look for some different ways of how we can get that need met. I'd love to hear from you. What surprises did you come up with? What are you trying now that you weren't doing before? All right, you can email me at mary@tapintaaction.com and let me know your experience. Let me know what's been bugging you. We'll do some tapping on that. I have been doing a free Zoom and I will continue to do that while we are in isolation. All you need to do is email me at mary@tapintaaction.com. I'll put you on the Together We Thrive mailing list, and you'll get all the information about how you can attend the Zoom calls. Okay, it's a group of us doing a bunch of tapping, releasing our stress, and learning some new skills about how we can install really new resources that we need. All right, now, enjoy, go find something surprising, and until next time, stay brilliant.